a lead up to the guillotine, looking like it was going to go skyward here. Came down, traded sideways for the better part of a couple of months. Distribution didn't do the attempted rise to higher highs here, but broke down with a gap and with the volume. And there it is. So this is today's action. It was up a measly 24 cents. I wouldn't like to be calling any bullish bets on anything like this at this time. I believe that we are about to break down, probably test the 200-day moving average as a bare minimum.
Which one's that? Is that the red one? It's the red one. The red one's
yes,
a 200.
The red is the 200, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And now we have the Newmont mining, and finally a little breath of fresh air here. And this is quite interesting because it wasn't that long ago that we had some guy on BNN, as they often do, and he was extremely bearish on something like Newmont. He said it would be shorting it even at its lows, that it would look to go into the single digits and all this crazy stuff. Meanwhile, the stock's quietly making an uptrend in a well-defined channel. I mean, how can you argue with that? I don't get this. The stock is now trading above the 50-day average. And of course, this is yesterday's action. Today, the gold's had a strong move today. I suspect this was higher because the whole group was up something like 3 or 4%. So there's a very good chance that this is considerably higher today. I can certainly confirm that if anybody wishes to know. The next one we could talk about is Barrick Gold. Same thing. This is yesterday's action. And today it traded up substantially above these recent range highs here, and is definitely closing in on its 200-day average, which is its red line. So this is another case of unloved stocks that nobody has much good things to say about, except that this is the largest gold miner in the world in terms of reserves. They have assets like you would not believe. They have excellent management. They've cut their cost recently. They've done a lot of things that have positioned them to really benefit from a rising gold price. And the stock chart tells me that's exactly what they will be doing. And we also have a little one here. This is just a silver miner. And it's they actually have a mine in Shut-in in the Northwest Territories. And what we really like about this situation here is that it follows a similar pattern to all the gold stocks, whereby it bottomed in late August, July-August time frame, made a slightly higher high here beginning of September, and then participated with the group when gold moved up from its late summer lows up to the 1180 range, in which case this thing started to take off like a rocket. And then it consolidated a little bit and tried to move a bit higher, and then gold fell from 1180 down to 1047, its recent low. So, of course, this thing went down with most of the other gold stocks in that same time frame. But interesting, now that it's starting to go back up, there's a lot of volume coming into the name. And this is a very interesting situation because they actually have a lot of silver, which they're not bringing out of the ground until it's more lucrative for them to do so. And that will happen when silver goes above a certain price. I'm not sure what that price is, but the stock chart certainly tells us that it's under very healthy accumulation. It's acting very well technically. When it sold off here, it sold off on very light volume, so there's no committed selling here. If it really wanted to go down, it could have easily done it here or here, and it didn't. It reversed, and it basically trades along with the group. And this is very interesting because this thing was $9 in 2011 when silver was close to 50. Okay, so we have Lakeshore Gold. This actually today traded up to $1.30. It was as high, I think, as 134 at one point, so it had overtaken all its recent highs just today. It's been on a tear here since early December. It definitely goes with the pack. And it has very good fundamentals, this little company. It has nice production, quite low cost, and an excellent jurisdiction. It's possibly a takeover target. There's been some talk and rumors about that because of the assets that it has. They're drilling on properties. They're in a very rich gold mining area in Ontario. And then we have Samufu. This is an African company based out of Montreal, Canada. Once this thing today traded up to 435, folks. Okay.
Wow.
Yesterday it closed at 379. Today it went up to 435. Let me reiterate, charts do not lie. Okay. This little pullback here signified this drop in volume here. This is extremely healthy. Any rise is accompanied by increasing volume. Any small pullbacks are accompanied by falling volume, especially on the other side of the breakout. Once again, it had a chance to go much lower in here and it didn't. So it's been under accumulation, just like most of the other gold stocks. Trading firmly above the 250-day moving average, very bullish. Lots of volume going on here. Beautiful move today. The stock can certainly go much higher. And now we have St. Andrew's Goldfields. Very interesting story. You seldom see charts that look as good as this. Today it traded up to 47, which was almost 10% above yesterday's close. Not sure what the story is going on here fundamentally. I understand that there's been some amalgamation with some larger gold miner. They have excellent assets. This stock was certainly much higher in the previous high gold environment, and I see no reason why it would not participate in the move, just like any of the other seniors, intermediate, juniors. As long as they have gold in the ground, and as long as they have relatively good cross structure, and a lot of them do because they've cleaned house, they've had no choice. They've had to clean house. And I know from being in business that when you have to do that, you either do it or you go under. And stocks like the charts like this tells me there's no prospect of much negativity going on here. This is a very positive situation and development here. I think this portends much higher prices. And now we have a miner. Once again, similar pattern. I mean, this thing is just marching upwards. I mean, and the interesting thing is nobody's talking about these. They're just going and they're just giving whoever is smart enough to buy them an excellent ride very early in the game. Nobody's talking about them. They've been under accumulation and now they're marching upwards. And there's Detour Gold. Now, yesterday it closed at 1481. Today it traded as high as 1575, much above these recent highs, threatening on closing in on its recent high over here. You could argue it's definitely in an uptrend here. This is a higher low. These are higher highs. It's found support here. It's now trading up here. I see no reason why it wouldn't test the top of its channel, probably up in the 18 range. This also has some takeover speculation. The stock behaves extremely well in this gold environment. Even when gold was, down at the 1047 level, these guys just refused to capitulate. They just retested support and held it firmly. And now we're trading above both moving averages, and a very healthy situation indeed. And they have excellent assets. And that's about it. I could go on and on about gold stocks because there's certainly no shortage of them right now that are acting extremely well. And that's the end of our broadcast for today. Hope you enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No problem.